Just to show of hands, how many people saw us when we were 1 month old and made a presentation? Okay. How many people have heard about Club Savor? And how many folks are already members of Club Savor? Cool. Well, at the end of the presentation, we're going to give everyone in the room a free month of Club Savor. So at the end, we're going to take the last 5 minutes, show you guys how to sign up. Thank you. So really, we saw 2 opportunities in the marketplace. One is, for a consumer, it's very expensive to go out to eat, and especially if you're going to finer dining, sit-down restaurants, and especially if you like to eat out a lot. So that's one problem. The other problem is, for the restaurateurs, it's a very competitive market out there, and it's very expensive to acquire new consumers, new diners, new customers. So that was the challenge we saw. And what we did is we stepped into the middle and built this dining club to solve both those things at the same time. So Jack's going to talk to you about what the value is to the consumer, and then I'll talk about the value to the restaurateur. Jack?
Members receive half off one entree, and your first alcoholic drink for a member and a guest all day, every day, at every one of our restaurants. We have 39 restaurants bars that are associated with Club Savor today, and we're going to 50. We're in Pinellas County, and we will end up going to Tampa, and end up going to Sarasota Great. It is really simple. We made it very simple, easy, clean. No more looking for coupons or anything like that. It's expired. You just use it. It's a web-based app. You go to clubsavor.com on your URL, and when you walk into any one of our restaurants, you just show them, I'm a Club Savor member. That's it. That's it. A lot of our restaurants will have the items that are on the menu. What we ask for is they have to have a minimum 90% of all entrees in their restaurant be available for the Club Savor program. A lot of our restaurants have all the entrees, plus we allow them to add other things, like the lure. If you guys ever heard of the lure, they have an entire menu, sushi, the whole 9 yards, that are available for Club Savor. For a sports bar, our menu is available. So you go to any one of our restaurants, I'm a Club Savor member, and you start saving. Yes, you will save a lot of money. And what ends up happening is you get to explore. You can go to all our restaurants. We have some fantastic chefs in the Pinellas County, by the way. We invited a lot of them to our restaurant. So you just go in, and then, like, let's say Seafooders Cafe, they have a $24 grouper, Parmesan grouper. You go in, you get it for $12. Wherever you go with it, it's $12. You just save $24 right then. You have a couple of glasses of Merlot, you just save another $3 each glass. You just save $30 on that one trip. So what ends up happening is, guys, you'll end up ordering what you'll try, like their key lime pie or dessert or different appetizers. You're saving so much money. So you get to try all these different types of restaurants, different cuisines, and just explore. And just order all of it. Great value.
And what Jack was saying with the ordering more, that goes to the 3 things we provide to restaurateurs. And I apologize about my voice. We were at the Pride Festival. We were one of the vendors there. We got to talk to 2,000 people over the weekend, so pardon my voice. But what we do is 3 things. Number one, we send a lot of traffic to our restaurants. It's very competitive out there, and even the most popular restaurant, they're only at capacity about 10% of the time. 90% of the time, they can take more traffic. We have over 550 members in our club. That's about 1,100 diners that are going out all the time. So we send a lot of traffic to our destinations. The second piece is the profitability holds up for the restaurateur on these tickets, because as Jack said, people are getting the appetizers, the extra drinks, the desserts, and they're going back more often, so that volume picks up. So that's the second piece. The third piece is really, really part of the heart and soul of what we do as Club Savor. We're local supporting locals. We work with small independent restaurateurs. We share over half of our member revenue, which is $29.95 a month per member. We share over half back with our restaurateurs. So that really has a 3-pronged approach for our restaurants. They love it. We market them for free. We've been in TBT, The Times, Taste of Tampa Bay, Best of Tampa Bay. So that's radio, that's television, social media. We have Mediaplexes helping get our word out there. So it's really, really, really a comprehensive program. We have 5 club directors, 2, 3 are in the back of the room. What we do for each restaurateur is we wrap around them and help them be better restaurants. We do consulting on menu design, on menu pricing, on POS systems. We get deals on printing. So we're really a holistic approach. What Jack and I say is we want our restaurants to be successful. And so we do whatever we can to help them do it. If Club Savor is the vehicle and our personnel are the vehicle to do that, they'll be with us for life. So this is the kind of partnering and bonding that we like to do. So I know we're probably a little bit under 6 minutes, but we really want to engage with the audience. So with that, we'll start to reach out and take questions. Yes?
So I remember when you first presented, but I don't remember how long ago. So I have two questions. First is how long have you been in the market? And the second part of that is where are you having the most difficulty in gaining momentum in your startup?
Sure, two great questions. So we were here a little bit over a month from launch, so we're a little bit over 6 months in. And so I think when we launched, we had maybe around 100 members, so over 550 now and growing very rapidly. So where our challenges are at, I think it's just getting the word about our program out there. We're kind of a brand new concept for the restaurant industry. You pay for a gym membership, you pay for a Netflix membership, you pay for Costco. This is the first time that there's been a restaurant membership that you pay and get value across a ton of restaurants, at least in how we molded it. So it's really, getting people to understand our concept and introducing it.
I never heard of Club Savor until I saw it in the greenhouse email. Are the restaurants that you have in your group promoting you, talking about Club Savor? Because that would be a way for the customers to know that.
Excellent question. Excellent question. So one of the things that's really unique and been exciting about what we do is every one of our restaurants, and we have some bars in there as well, and brew pubs, they're so unique. They're like snowflakes, right? And so we have this program that's very holistic. We have posters, we have coasters, we have referral cards, we have table tents, we have all these things. Each group embraces it a different way. So the culture of the restaurant or brew pub really takes that. So for instance, the Sea Critters on the beach, they were our first sign up, our first business in. They've got the posters, they've got the coasters, they've got the table tents, they've got the referral cards, you're wrapped around it. Some of our places that are more subtle, they don't have as much of that out, but they still do the word of mouth that's on social media, etc. So we're getting out there, but good question, we do use our restaurants as a vehicle.
How do you determine how much revenue share each restaurant on your platform receives?
That's a great question. Jack, you want to take that one?
Sure. We don't keep any memberships. We attach every member to a restaurant. There's 5 different ways members are attached to in a restaurant. One, we hire club directors. Like we got 3 back here. Club directors' responsibility is to drive traffic to the restaurant and also drive memberships to the restaurant. The second one, we built in a charity piece. So we love helping charities, help do fundraising for charities. So we tie in a kind of a promo marketing with the restaurant and the charity to add all put the sign up through the charity, we give it back to the charity, and then those people are attached to the restaurant. Another way is we allow the restaurants to sign up people in the restaurant. So when they sign up, every member has a DNA attached to them. So as long as you're attached to the board, every single month we're going to pay a percentage of that $29.95 back to the board, as well as all the other restaurants. Another one is referral. 13% of our customer base right now is based on referrals. Something we forgot to mention. Every time a member refers somebody, and it's so simple, it's on your phone, your next month is free. So we want you. So we have members that
Never pay.
They're just constantly referring, and they get a 3 month.
So does each restaurant get money back every month? Or I just hear that?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they got members tax, we pay twice a month.
Yeah, and to go a little bit deeper, so what we do is our original 30 destinations that joined us, they were our vanguard destinations, right? They helped us launch, they launched us on faith. They get $20 a member that's attached to them every month, right? So that's a great residual. We've paid over $25,000 in member revenue to date amongst our destinations. Our second level, that's our 31st through our 50th destination. We're sharing $15 a month for every member that's attached. They will eventually convert to $20 a member when they reach 1,000 members attached to them. Our third group is going to be after we grow, after we expand past 50. Those folks, those members, those restaurants will get $15 a member a month for those attached. No chance to grow into that vanguard position, but what we're doing is honoring when restaurants and bars come and join our club. And so we know we're going to have a great value all along the way. Great question. Yes?
Can you tell me the difference, what sets you apart between Valpak and Creative Logan and Groupon on both the consumer side and on the other side?
Okay, so number one, all three of those provide great value to the consumer. I think people are aware of the value of a Groupon, of a Valpak, of great looking. It's great value. It's very similar value to what we have, except there is a lot of restaurants that won't do those three because there is a split that then the Valpak costs to get those printed, the Groupon takes a percentage, etc. So the restaurants that aren't going to be in that are coming on board with us because we don't take a cut, we don't cost anything to be in our program. So we are bringing up a level of restaurateur that you won't find in those other programs. Those other programs also tend to be one-stop shopping. People have one, they use it, they never come back. Our program breeds loyalty. We see our members, I'll show you on the app in a minute, they're just searching for which places to go to. They stay in our places, but they go there a lot. Like this becomes their family for them. So, great question. Did I answer both of them?
Well, we're almost.
Okay, I'll take all those, yes.
How did you get here from idea to where you are today?
Great question. So about 2 years ago, Jack and I were involved with a national dining company, and we learned about the concept and really got to work on the ground level with the concept. But we quickly spotted that the concept that the national group was trying to do was imbalanced. You have to balance value to consumer and value to the restaurant. If you do not do that, the program will not survive. So we quickly saw it was imbalanced. Consumer up here, restaurant down here. We told leadership that. They didn't listen to us. 6 months later, they closed. Jack and I, 2 weeks after they closed, said the core concept is too good. Let's rebuild it. We broke the engine apart. We took each little part of the program, and we're showing you the top of the iceberg and a little bit underneath the water. There's a lot of other things that move down here, but what we did is we rebuilt it and balanced that value out to restaurants, met with restaurateurs, met with consultants. They said, you've got it. You've got that balance right. So really, and I've been in the restaurant bar industry since I was 18 years old, and managed bars, and et cetera.
How much investment did you need? How much did you do up front for
Sure.
your development before you launch?
Sure.
And I know there's development on the app. A lot of people think, okay, you just
Yeah.
launched the app, but clearly 90% of it is talking to restaurateurs.
Yes.
And getting your first
Sure.
whatever it
So it
is.
was 5 months from LLC and beginning to build the company to launch. So in that 5-month period, we were building the app, we were getting our processes together.
The two of you
Yes,
coding?
about $250,000 is the investment.
And is it completely repaid now?
Sorry.
2 years in, is it completely done?
We're 6 months. We're 6 months in to launch, and we'll be crossing over profit line this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so thanks for coming back and doing another follow-up. To the other point about not being aware of it yet, do you have a plan to hit Facebook, Instagram, those kind of ads? Because I just feel like this is the kind of thing where you could say, have an ad that shows a picture of a nice grouper and the logo of Sea Critters and say, $12 and, and a margarita, whatever. It's just more advertisements and more awareness around that.
Perfect.
What's the marketing plan around hitting social? Because
Sure.
at least I haven't been exposed or noticed any of that through this.
So perfect question. We actually just now started the Facebook ad boosting. We've got 3 30-second commercials that are out there. You guys know how big the environment is. 1 million people in Pinellas. There's 3 million in the Bay Area. It's very expensive to boost to everybody. So we're taking little niches and we're monitoring where we get the most feedback from, where we get the most hits from. But there is Facebook ads out there. There is boosting that's going on, especially with the videos, because videos kind of spread on their own. So one is enjoy more, one is explore more, and one is save more. So if you happen to come across one, share it out on your networks. But yes, we're doing more of that, absolutely. Next to you.
Just to build off of that question, on social media advertising, are you promoting your restaurants and do you partner with the advertising that you're doing, or are you only doing your branding?
Good question. So on our Facebook page, we are advertising all of our destinations. We do about 3 postings a day. Those get shared out by our partners, by co-partners, by our relationships. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Google+. We do something there every day. We're starting to get a ton of Twitter followers. That's actually been really good. And I'm starting to investigate Snap as well, because there's quite a buzz on that being the next business social media presence to have. So that's a great question. Yes.
My next one is a stupid one, but since this is word of mouth, and I think it's very interesting, we will talk to people about it. where your destinations is Pinellas and the Bay. Let's say someone's moving, how easy it is for them until you grow bigger, they can go to another state and use the Club Savor for other restaurants. How can they get out of the membership, or just tell us about that?
Super great question. So everything that Jack and I built, we built as we like as consumers. So it's one email to us. You can either cancel or freeze your account, and it's one click, and your account is canceled or frozen. There is no fee to cancel, freeze, unfreeze, nothing. You just send us a message, we take care of it. And we have a lot of snowbirds that do that as well in the back.
Question, how do you select your restaurants? Do you base it on stars, rating, different types of foods?
We vet our restaurants very strong. They have to have three qualifications. One, they have to have quality of food, quality of service, and they have to have a nice ambiance. We do look at certain different types of cuisines in certain markets, but we do a very strong vetting process. We know people are paying a lot of money to be a part of this, so we have to do our job and put the right cuisines, the right chefs, the right food on top of our program. So we go into each one of our restaurants before we to vet, so to speak. We eat there, we look at the staff, how they do it, check out the ambiance. We turn down a lot of restaurants. We do get a lot of restaurants contacting us to get on our program. We will go out and accept that, and if we're not happy, we're not putting them on our program.
Yeah, I'm a little heavier than I was 5 months ago.
You have, one more question. When a customer goes in, they're cash by paying first. You track actually what
Okay, so there's two pieces. Number one, the consumer doesn't know the attachment piece. That's on the business side. When you become a member of Club Savor, you have access to every single destination we have. Our attachment process is strictly for bookkeeping and for revenue sharing. And what was the second part of your question? I'm sorry.
So are you tracking the amount that they're spending? So are you seeing the flow of cash groceries?
Good question. So there's 100 different kinds of POS systems out there, and we had to make a decision very early on. You know, how do we track this stuff? Do we look at it? Eventually, we think there will be something that we can do with the app to be able to track that, but that would have impeded our ability to launch and impeded our ability to really do the core mission that we have. So we have that as kind of one of those maybe wish lists, because data is so powerful. I agree, but right now, no, there is no tracking mechanism. It's a follow-up question in the back. Yes.
How do you get comments back from your customers? You go to these restaurants, you get feedback to help you to improve your.
That's one of my favorite things. I call them love letters. So they send us emails. We have our numbers on the website. Jack and I do. So I get texts. I get phone calls. I take every phone call directly. I take every email directly. I've had Facebook messages to me, Twitter posts to me, Instagram. I mean, all over the place. And then we run into consumers on the street. I mean, I'm in Ybor the other evening, and I have people, hey, Club Savor, how you doing? You know, so I get like, it's all this really kind of viral feedback people are giving us.
So you have 500 members.
Yeah.
Are they suggesting restaurants to you, and you say you go and pick the restaurants, but right now you're sort of in the smaller restaurant space, you don't want to be in the concept restaurant space, or you're just not there yet?
Sure. So one of the dynamics to, I call them national chains versus local, and it's actually the gap is closing. It was traditionally 60-40, but it's closing up to where it's about 55-45 now, to where the smaller chains are losing to the national chains on a percentage basis. So you really have to go with one or the other. And we felt like we're always going to be a local feel, a local following in how we do it. The other thing with the national companies is you have to climb a ladder of hierarchy that's just into the clouds. And so to get there, to get answers, and then they want to push you around. So we really felt like our best way to grow this company is to support the independents and be at the independent level. So but there's 2,500 restaurants in Pinellas. Each territory we go to, 2,500. We're only looking for 50 initially, growing to 125 at max. That's only 5%. In the back?
Do we have the revenue model where you pay each restaurant $15 per member? You collect from the member $30, so you're netting $15 per member.
15 to 10, because some of our restaurants do get $20 a member. Correct. Yes. So our revenue crossover line we'll have that this year. It's at 1,500 members. We cross over to profitability. Right. Yes.
I just want to
so I don't know what that means as far as marketing goes. You guys host, you know, a cool event would be to host something, get sponsors from the restaurants to donate, you try to recruit, especially for new people. You guys get sponsors, and that would be an idea.
That's a great idea.
Second thing, do you guys do any exclusivity? Because I've heard of other deals, like the Groupon's out there. I'm sure if I was a restaurant owner, I would have a Groupon. If I'm willing to do 50% off, I would use you guys, I would have a Groupon. I don't really know the CL thing. Sure. I would do all of them. Right? You guys do exclusivity so that I don't have to do that.
Yeah, we do exclusivity from the standpoint of if we have two Italian restaurants next to each other, we are going to pick whoever's in. We're not going to get the other restaurant that's right next to them unless they want us to do that. But to your other point, we're doing on July 15th. If you guys want to write this down, it's a Saturday. It starts at, remind me what time? 12 o'clock. It's called War of the Wings. We have a dozen local restaurants. Over half of them are in Club Savor. Are going to be competing for best wings in the area, and the donations that are raised are going to go to support the military group, Craig and his family, Frankie's Patriot Barbecue, which he's named after his son who passed away in combat. So it's going to be a great time. There's a lot of outstanding restaurants that are competing on that. But we do things like that as community outreach and pride and other things. But we are encouraging our destinations to get a little bit more loud, you know, that are in the Club Savor family to get that message and that mission out. I'm sorry, yes.
Is being more picky about the restaurants really favoring the restaurant or the consumer? Because, for example, if you know, I work over on 6th and Central, and you know, yeah, the Lure's, you know, great, well vetted establishment, but if I want to go sit down at Central Meld or something next door, right, and that might not be the type of restaurant that's in your portfolio, I'd rather see more restaurants, or you know, there's a million Thai restaurants downtown. I don't want one to have exclusivity because I like sushi from one at night, but I might like lunch at one at the other. And ultimately, you know, if you get investment and grow this thing, scale it, you know, they're going to want you to let everybody in. So
That's a great question.
How do you balance that?
You have to make a decision as a business. Do I want to be Groupon and let everybody in if they've got the money and then just be that way? Or can you sell exclusivity and say, right now the market is 25% overbuilt. The food market, the restaurant market is 25% overbuilt at Pinellas. If we're exclusive and it's a premier group that we do, we will get some of the top places in. But to your question, we are going to be featuring some more diverse, and we might feature the Mel location in there as we grow to 125. But at 50, we do have to be a little bit more exclusive of who we're bringing in. But when we've got 125 places in Pinellas, 125 in the Hillsborough region, 125 down in Sarasota, Bradenton, that's 375 places you guys can choose to go to morning, noon, and night as much as you want, all day, every day, half off entree, half off an alcoholic drink. So we feel like, and we're not asking for 100% of the population being members. We're wildly successful if 1% of our population in the Bay Area becomes a member of Club Savor. So we've leaned towards the exclusivity. We actually have more destinations on Club Savor than Groupon has available to go and eat in the Pinellas area.
Yeah, that's what's been holding me back from signing up. It's like, yeah, I got in some places, but you know, if they had 2 or 3 times as many, then I'd sign up. So that's just kind of my general.
Give me your list. Right and then left. Yes.
Yes to that. I actually signed up when you guys were back the first time. Well, when you were here the first time.
Sure.
But public sports education. And that's what happened. We had it for 2 months and it was great, but we went and then we're like, well, and in fairness, you did not have 50 restaurants at the time.
Sure.
You might have had 24 tops, but after a while I didn't want. But in your defense, it was super damn easy to cancel my account. But and here's another issue though, that's a comment, but here's a question. What are you doing on your side for the restaurants to have some sort of consistency in the amount of items they offer? There were some restaurants, the Lure was fantastic, the Zay was fantastic.
Yeah.
We went to a couple others. You might tell me there was 90%.
Right.
There's no chance in hell 90%.
Sure. Well, it is entrees. So
well, some restaurants have 2 entrees.
Yeah, so exactly. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to get a consistency of menu where there's icons on all the menus across our entire platform. It is crazy expensive to print menus, especially if they're doing the waterproof menus and you have to get on their cycle. So that's a learning lesson for us. We're actually not allowing anybody to launch it on board with us anymore until they have that menu done. So we will have that consistency very shortly where you can go to every restaurant, and we're not going to let anybody in unless they have a lot of options. in the back, because I think it's an important question.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Roger. What can the community do for Club Savor?
So absolutely want you guys to get a free month to go out there and play with it. And if you are already a member or have been a member in the past, this won't be available to you. But please take these and give these to folks that you may know. You can go ahead and take some and pass it back. The free code is on here. So you guys kind of pass these around and get your phones out. I'm going to show you real quick how to put it on your phone.
Do you think they can do an example on the screen right there?
No, I'll do it from here. So basically, we're a web-based app, so you don't need to download anything. If you have an iPhone, you want to go to your Safari. If you have an Android, you want to go to Chrome. So iPhone, Safari, Android, Chrome. This will put it on your phone. You can take it off at any time. This doesn't mean you're signed up. So you go to clubsavor.com with an O, clubsavor.com. And if you have the iPhone, what will come up is a box with an up arrow in the bottom. You click that box, and then you look for a plus symbol that says add to home screen. And then you hit add. And you're going to be able to add that and click it and play with the app. For those on Android, on Chrome, you're going to look to the upper right-hand corner after you've gone to Club Savor with an O, clubsavor.com. Upper right corner, there's 3 dots. You hit those 3 dots, add to home screen. When you press add to home screen, it's going to be on your Android phone, and you can click it. Club Savor free is the code. You put that code in, it's going to give you a free month. This is really important, guys. There is no auto charge coming out of our free trial. Jack and I built this like we like as consumers, so you get to play with it for free for a month. If you do want to sign up as the membership after that, you will get an email. It will tell you how you can sign up full time. If you do want extra cards for friends or family members, I have some extra cards. My only ask is that you walk them through how to put it on their phone and how to sign up. It's super easy to do that. Jack and I are going to hang out, and our 3 club directors are going to hang out. For anybody that wants help navigating the website, finding out about the website, or finding out about more. So, thank you guys, and feel free to ask us any questions after. Appreciate it.